What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another deck featured on the YGO Mega Beta. Today I bring an old classic which hasn't changed too much thankfully, but it does still get some nice results I think. ABC will always be the most relevant Union deck to stick around in Yu-Gi-Oh! Fighting through the meta and the ban list since 2016. The goal of the deck remains the same for the most part, though the current meta can change some tech options and plays. Getting the three main Union monsters out of the deck and into the grave or onto the field to summon ABC Dragon Buster is one of the first missions as expected. Using the amazing field spell Union Hangar is great for this, but Unauthorized Reactivation is another cool quick play spell that can help you as well. It can also work defensively to protect your machines during your opponent's turn. Union Driver is another new card I got to see finally, as if you equip it through Hangar or Reactivation, you can banish it to equip another Union monster from the deck. The main purpose for this is because you cannot summon a monster you equip through either of these spells, but Driver can bypass this thankfully. Doing this can get you 2 monsters on the field for a link summon and discard the 3rd Union monster, or for whatever else you may need it for. Once you get A Assault Core, B Buster Drake, and C-Crush Wyvern onto the board, you can summon ABC Dragon Buster, the boss monster who can quick banish via discard and float back into its pieces on your opponent's turn. Having this ability is amazing for follow-up link summons on your next turn, not even counting that your opponent has to get through 3 monsters again followed by a second ABC Dragon next turn. ABC stuff to the side, there are some other support cards to help them get them in play. The Gadget engine with Silver, Gold, and Platinum Gadget are too good to pass up, since getting multiple monsters out is preferred to go into link summons for discards. Galaxy Soldier serves its purpose as well, being searchable by Photon Orbital, which you can equip from Union Carrier. Even if you hard draw it, discarding any of the Union trio can be great if needed, and to make this even better you can get out Cyber Dragon Infinity if you get both soldiers out. Now there are a couple of duels where I do use Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. You can actually swap between the Galaxy engine for the Dragoon engine depending on your preference, as they both take up the same amount of cards in the main and extra decks. You would need to add Verta Anaconda to dump the Red Eye's Fusion of course. Drawing into the vanilla bricks can be scary as I do it all the time, but Dragoon unfortunately is much scarier than Infinity nowadays and can survive on its own a lot better. I did play this deck a while back, so I would probably swap out Tactics or maybe Droplets depending on the common matchups, but that along with Ghost Belle and the Gamma engine are pretty much the personal tech slots depending on your matches. Now one of the fun things that got me to playing this deck was the introduction of a new monster in Blazing Vortex, and that is Underworld Goddess of the Cursed World. In decks like this that can sit on IP Masquerena or can summon up to 3 or 4 monsters in a turn, the Goddess is almost easily accessible if you end your turn on IP and ABC Dragon Buster. Even if you don't have IP, you just need one more monster after an ABC float to use your opponent's monster to go into this, and I think that makes her worth running. I did cut Appaloosa for her, but you can definitely make room somewhere for her in there still as well. Little late on the replay here, but as expected we are going to summon out our gadgets to get the board rolling. The more monsters we can summon, the more link monsters we can go into so we can make a strong turn 1 board. B Buster Drake is definitely the most important of the Union trio, as it can search the others when it hits the grave. If you don't open it, you definitely want to get it out of the deck with Union Hangar, Driver, or Reactivation depending on the setup. Since I already have a clear path to ABC, I decided to go IP since I won't be needing a discard thanks to Reactivation. I'm pretty sure I was used to not seeing Nibiru in a lot of games, so going ham like this without a concern could be risky, but luckily there were no hand traps to worry about. With the extra material we can make Anaconda and end on Dragoon as you see here, and we have quite a board our opponent has to fight. ABC can quick banish a card, Dragoon can negate, and IP can quick link into either Knightmare Unicorn, Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avramax, or if ABC floats you can pretty much link away into whatever you want. It is preferred to use the ABC banish first here I think, since if we can link away to revive Union pieces, we can get more discard fuel in the hand for Dragoon as well as maintain the Ghost Belle hand trap. Thankfully that does turn out to be the case though, but if we were forced to use Dragoons in the gate we would have no choice but to discard the Ghost Girl. Just like that, we've stopped our opponent in their tracks and have a pretty good path to victory. I probably didn't have to go Goddess here, but it is definitely satisfying to land it either way. I think I failed to accept the prompt for Knightmare Phoenix here, but it doesn't really matter as we are going to have one of the most brutal follow-ups I've ever committed in my life. Realistically, you won't get everything to go this smoothly, especially with the opening hand not getting disrupted by something nowadays, but you can definitely sit back on just IP and ABC, or Dragoon and ABC and still be fine thanks to the float. If you can follow up into the Knightmare duo and Accesscode Talker on following turns like you see here, you can definitely do some serious damage either way. That's going to be it for me today though. I hope you guys enjoyed the replays. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.